What up, everybody? I'm Dave Miranda, and this is episode 94 of Just Give Me 5. I hope you guys are doing great, continue to be amazing. We got a really awesome show lined up for you today. But first, here's a word from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Victory Legal Solutions. Victory Legal Solutions is a company created and owned by Vanessa Ramirez. Their goal is to help navigate your legal situation and get you connected with the legal team that treats you like a client, not a number. They provide solutions for your car accident problems, including towing, rental, repairs, medical, and legal. So regardless of fault, give your Victory team a call and let them give you the options to make the claims process less stressful. That's Victory Legal Solutions, taking your legal matters under their wings. If you guys caught episode 93, you saw we had none other than my brother Joey Baggs. And let me tell you, even my mom and pops loved that episode. Like, I was with my pops today, man. Shout out to my father, man. Today's his birthday. You know, the big 65, man. Happy birthday, Pops. I love you. I was with him earlier this morning, and even he was saying, he's like, I really love that Joey Baggs episode, you know, and, you know, for my pops to just, you know, to acknowledge it like that, man, it's great, you know. It was really like a redemption episode for Baggs because, you know, Baggs has had a journey, you know what I'm saying? He's had a life, you know what I'm saying? And he's honest with it. And so the love that he's gotten from that episode and everything that's just traveled up from there, I mean, it's been beautiful. You know, I mean, there's people left and right that have just been like, yo, man, like, this is like my favorite episode ever. And it's so good to see Baggs doing great. Like, it was just awesome, man. I mean, truly amazing. You know, I've known Baggs for many years, genuinely a good human being. And, you know, much love to you, my brother, you know what I'm saying? And I continue to wish you nothing but continued blessings in your new journey in life. You always have my support, and thank you for being a part of the show. All right. But today's guest has been a part of the Arizona hip-hop scene since the 80's. We're going to talk about how he became an MC. We're also going to talk about his group D-30 Ice, as well as him being in the Lynch Mob with Ice Cube, some memorable moments, and so much more. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you Threi of Da Lenchmob.
Hey everybody, it's Threi, Lynch Mob, formerly D-30 Ice, Arizona rap pioneers, and all I'm saying is just give me 5. I've been rapping since KB, Curtis Blow. I've been in this game since Run, KB, just, you know, love for the music. You know what it is. Just right. As a kid, you was breaking and all that.
Yeah.
High school, pre-high school, all that. You know, we was all doing the same thing. So when the music came from the East, of course, me being from the West, I got Egyptian Lover. We had. You remember back then it was the conflict. It was, you guys ain't hip hop, we the hip hop. Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's the foundation. So the foundation wasn't really there. We had Egyptian Lover, we had nursery rhymes, remember Broody Party and all that? Okay, so we had all that going on. We had Uncle Jam's Army on the West. So you had all that, but what we did have was Toddy T. Bataram, man. Okay, so since the beginning, it was the foundation against us, and then it became one thing. As LL came to the West, we started doing our thing. Run DMC came to the West, they saw it was real. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, so all the way back then, the Uncle Jam's Army, all that. I'm just that little kid. We had K-Day back in LA, right? Yeah. So with K-Day, you got hot mixes, the 4 o'clock mixes, you got Whack It or Track It, you got all that shit going on. So you either was gonna be somewhere, you wasn't gonna be nothing. You had to get on one of them 4 o'clock hot mixes or Whack It or Track It or one of them other ones you had to get on. So
this one Greg Mack was on.
Greg Mack was on, KJLH was on. So you had to be, whoever you was, you either was immersed in it or you wasn't. So I've been in it since then. Wow, man. Yeah, so rapping has been, like I said, we was looking at them, but we had our people on the West. So being that I'm a West Coast dude, it was that always the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I can't go back there with a can go on saying yo, yo, yo. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm from the West. It's what's up, what's cracking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we doing this, we doing that. Oh, all right, then boom, Egyptian Lover, all them different Lonzo, all them, Macola Records, all that. Yeah, so that's where I come from, hail from. So when that was going down, we was immersed in that, trying to get in the game. You know, who don't want a Macola record, right?
Exactly.
Right. So I'm like, damn, I want to get on Macola Records with everybody else and do this, because we didn't know about no RCAs and all that. We just was looking at, Macola was putting out DJ Pools, King T's, Toddy T's, all them, you know what I'm saying? Hell, shout out to my legendary Pioneer Foundation cats, everybody on the West, the Chill and all y'all, man, much love to y'all. Y'all the ones I look up to y'all. I'm a fan. That's how you get in this game. You a fan turned student turned pupil turned, you know, professor. You know what I'm saying? You don't just come in this game, I'm a professor. Yeah, you got to come in, start from the bottom and work your way on up. So everybody on the West, I'm a fan of. You know what I'm saying? The Tone Lokes, because that's what we had back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the West, I have to be a fan of, because they the ones that pioneered it for us.
Exactly.
So I don't know any better. That's all I know is that. I'm looking at the East, but I'm from the West. You know what I'm saying? So this is all I know. So I got to do it this way. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I'm trying to do my thing. Mom's, she's shooting us from, like Clarence said, my aunt lived up in Stockton. That is my cousin. For those that don't know, Coach Clarence is actually blood relative. That's his mom's is my mom's sister, my aunt. So I was getting in the ruckus, and mom's is like, yo, you go up to Stockton, stay with your peeps. You know what I'm saying? So I go to Stockton. I'm up there with him, and that's when I get immersed in the in the North Cali with all those guys. This is when, like he said, we would go to jams, and it wasn't 2 turntables, it was 6 turntables. You remember those days? 6 turntables, and it was 2 platforms. It was a platform where you had one level would do with 6 turntables, then another level would do with 6 turntables. Nursery Rhyme was hot. Everybody from that whole Rudy Party gang, everybody, the MC Pools, the Too Shorts, the E40s coming up, the Mac Dre's.
Yeah, man.
All them from up there was popping back then. This is the height of the game, the 80s, 90s, right?
Yep.
So this is when I'm in the game, and I'm looking at dudes trying to still get on at this time. I'm still trying to get on, want to hit the mic, and I'm looking at dudes, 6 turntables were down south. In South Los Angeles. We got Joe Cooley, M-Walk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Rodney O and Joe Cooley and all them. So this is where I hail from. I don't know nothing no different than this. This is all I know is West Coast music, the whole, I'm embodied in this. This is what brought me to this game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to break in this the whole time. So our mom shoots us up to Stockton, where my cousins live. Unfortunately, the crib had burnt down. Yeah, some stuff happened, the crib had burnt down. And my aunt's like, we got to go down to AZ to stay with your grandma for a minute while they rebuild the house if I'm even come back up. So we like, okay, let's go back to AZ. We used to come visit Grams, but now we back here for real. Boom, we doing our thing, and I'm trying to get in it from, I got Southern Los Angeles, I got LA, I got the Bay.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Now I'm back in AZ. I'm back in AZ, and I'm like, damn, how we gonna get on? How we gonna get on? Me and Clarence is trying to do our thing, and we like, damn. So I'm at every talent show, getting booed, getting yayed, you working through the ranks. You lifting them barbells. You working through the ranks, because cats is, you young. This is when Aunt Cat and all them was out there. You remember them? Shake it, shake it. All that was out. This is the beginning, right at the beginning of the loop, right at the beginning of all that bass music. I forget the name. Big Mike, all them. They was putting out all that bass music. So we was trying to do our thing. Again, trying to break in. Scarface and was out, Texas and all that. Yeah. So we was trying to get in. We were still trying to get in the game, get in the game. And from there, I run into this cat named Phil Jefferson here. Phil is a baller. He's out of control. This dude, this is us back then.
Nice.
Okay. This dude, Phil, he was the man. He was the man. So this dude is out of control, right?
Yeah.
So he runs up on me. Here's Phil. So he runs up on me.
Okay.
And he's like, so you trying to rap? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm rapping, man. Me and my cousin, we trying to rap and get it in, blase, blase. We run into this dude named Wax. And the dude Wax is from Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, so he runs into us and he's like, yo, man, so I hear you,
Yeah.
Felipe, yeah, Delgado, my man. So he's like, yo, Three, so you your kid, y'all a group? I was like, yeah, we're a group, we doing what we do, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, check this out, man. Now, why don't we work on a cut? I'm like, all right, so I'm getting that feel, this dude here, and this is me and him. This is, whew, you see how young we look, right? Right. So we trying to do our thing, get in, and so Felipe is like, yeah, you can see Felipe's in this joint too, right? Yeah, this is all us in the beginning. So we trying to do our thing, and he's like, let me work on the track. So we working on the track. This is all around Dope Man time, right? Dope Man. It's Easy E, NWA Dope Man. So somebody hit me. They hit Felipe. Felipe hits me. Yo, Three. Because we had done a run. This is how crazy we was as kids. We jumped in the back of Felipe's mom, Torres. Moms, boy, you know, shout out Felipe's mom. She's man, you know what I'm saying? She a beautiful woman. She and his sister, God bless her soul, you know, his sister, both of them. So he takes with mom's car and says, yo, Three, let's go to LA. You a kid. I'm like, we just going to LA like that? He's like, yeah, let's go. You know, let's hook up with Macola Records. I'm like, all right, I'm a kid. I'm like, but I'm 18, let's go, boom. So this is like after school. I'm not joking. After school, he rolls up on us. Let's bounce. And we on the 110 headed to LA. We get out there, I'm sleeping in the trunk on Crenshaw and Florence, man, in the trunk. It's cats shooting, killing. We like, we got to get in the whip and go around the way. You know what I'm saying? If we get killed out here, because it's gang banging at the height.
Especially at that time.
It's gang banging at the height. We at the McDonald's sleep. But anyway, so we get out there trying to hook up with different labels and this and that. You know, good time, whatever. We come back to the house. Yeah. So Phil hits us. He's like, yo, you still doing talent shows and this and that? And I'm like, hey, what else I'm gonna do? You know, I'm trying to get in the game. So Phil says, look, I got this label out here in Arizona and we can do a record. And I'm like, you got a label in Arizona that'll do a record? He said, yeah, I want to do a record. I wanted to have a label out here. And I'm like, all right. Again, we kids, like kids say. So we ain't thinking nothing about it. We go to the studio. Well, like I said, I got the call from Felipe. Felipe hears me. Man, Three, guess who's in town? I said, oh. He said, Cube. I like, Cube is out here? He's like, yeah, man, Cube is, he's going to ITT. And I'm like, ITT Tech, right? He's like, yeah, he's staying in my building. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. And, you know, let's all hook up. All right. So we down at Phil's shop, something like this. It's laced with all the latest, hottest gear, right, of that time. And we all hook up. And, you know, at this time, he still got his bug. Yeah. He still got a bug. Even though he signed and they got Dope Man flowing, Dope Man everywhere it's on the radio, he comes out here with a bug. I'm like, and cracks, you know, buys him a bug. I'm like, oh shit, okay, whatever. Come hang out. This dude here is out of control. This is the real deal, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This dude is moving them. He's getting, he got money like weight. Right. So come fuck with us over here. So he hooks up, he's like, damn, shit, y'all over here popping. Right. So we like, yeah, come on, let's hook up, Q. So he comes over, and before I know it, it's an everyday thing. He's hanging out, I'm talking to Dre. Dre like, take care of my dude. I'm like, yeah, man, it's good. He eating every day, he's straight, don't worry about it. We good, we all over here, we eating, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. How you not eating? We doing My man was so good. We was doing Red Lobster in the morning. That's how good Phil was.
Okay.
He was balling. I mean, for real, balling. I ain't talking about what these kids doing with the money. I'm talking about really, really, back then, balling.
Yeah, for sure.
$7,000 paint jobs.
Yeah, okay.
Balling, So we was doing the most. Q was there with us. So he's like, one day, he's like, Three, I want to go to the studio and do a cut. I'm like, all right. Felipe's all excited. Yeah, let's be, So at this time, it's just me, Kid, Felipe, and Cube coming through after school, coming through. And he's like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go to the studio with y'all three. I'm like, all right, whatever. Shit, you been in the studio with Drake. What do I know? You know what I'm saying? So come on. So he's in the studio. He's physically in the studio with us. And, he's like, nah, Three, say it like this. Nah, fresh kid, say it like that. This is Cube telling us. So we're like, all right, your record's on the radio.
Yeah.
You shit, they playing your shit. Yeah, your shit's hot. You on there, I'm gonna say it like you. I'm listening to what you saying, I'm gonna say it like that. So we go, we hanging out. Something happens in the apartment complex that him and Wax is in. So he's like, you know what, dawg? What you doing? And I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. He's like, shit, what you think about roommate? And I'm like, come on. Because I'm out the house. I'm in the shop working in the shop. Then we afterwards practicing. And he's going to ITT Tech coming home. So he's like, why don't we just be roommate? Come on, man. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so he's flying back and forth to LA, doing shows with them, with NWA, and then coming out here, going to school, and we had a spot. Right. He would sell me, Cube, you wrong for selling to me them Nikes all them years. You know what I'm saying? He was selling me his Nikes, just selling them to me. He wouldn't give me to me, he was selling them to me. I just got, because they was getting sponsored, they was doing this, people was giving them stuff. Yeah. So he be, whatever he had extra, he'd throw me, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here, yeah, I'm out here. So he like, hey man, Three, I'm gonna sell you these, da-da-da-da. So we had the spot, and he gonna tell you, it was a little tiny little apartment and shit. I used to be chasing the mice around, and I caught mice one day, and I hung a mice outside on the ledge, and I told him, I said, you tell your homeboys don't come back here. And so this fool comes to the crib, he's like, why is there mice on the ledge? And I'm like, that's so the homeboys will know, stop coming up in the crib, you know what I'm saying?
Making an example.
Yeah. He like, Three, you crazy as fuck. I'm like, yeah. So, he going through what he's going through it easy, and then we doing our thing. He comes to the studio with us, and we do this record. This is the record that everybody's asking about, that Felipe did, that Cube was there to help do. This is the record that Cube helped. I don't know who did what. All I know is he was there. And this record is $100. This is the only record that I know he executive produced.
Wow, South Mountain Records Corporation.
Yes, sir. And this record label was Philip Jefferson. So you will see, you will see,
Wow.
Them two was in the booth. Okay. Sort of, Direct Cube was like, hey, bust it like this, bust it like that.
Yeah.
Wax was on the track. It should be like this, it should be like that, blase. So this is the one record I know he did. His name is on it, and I got me one. This damn shit's $100. Right. And even I had to pay for the damn thing to get it again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like Kid said, it went over in Europe. I don't know how. The dude who distributed it, whatever, he shot that joint all over. Yeah. So this stupid record is $100.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just for me, I had to pay $100 to get my own record. Wow. I was telling Kid that the other day. I was like, man, I had to find it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, needless to say, this is the South Mountain record that Phil, Q, Wax, me, and Clarence put together.
Nice, man.
So, I know he was like, that's why I was like, hey, I'm late. Let me find all the stuff for you so you can really see. Yeah, that was the beginning. So after that record, we was going back and forth to LA because he had a shop.
Yeah.
Phil had a clothing shop here, that's similar to this.
Right.
So I'm working in it because I'm out of high school. We trying to work on this rap music thing. And he's like, go to LA with me to go get some clothes from the garment district.
Yeah.
Hi, Phil, let's go. We jump on a plane, bam, we buying you know, $5,000-$10,000 worth of clothes at a time, shipping them back to AZ. Booms. Everybody in AZ knows 16th Street Southern. Phil had his shop. Phil Sportswear, blah, blah, blah. So we there, you know, every day. So Cube was there. So they knew if they come to the shop, you might find Cube. We might sign an autograph. We might not. Depends on how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and Dre and them knew to call him there too. So they would call him, check on him. How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. How you good? Whatever. Woo. Yeah, he's still jumping back and forth doing shows. We still roommate and all that. So from there, he goes back. He's done his school at ITT, shoots back. He tells me before he shoots, he's like, yo, I'm probably going to bust off from them because my money's funny. And I'm gonna start this other group called the Lynch Mob. D-30 Ice. So we started off as hardcore, like the record. I'm working at Field Shop. We still, you know, doing our shit. Cube here, there. Wax here, there. We had another guy named Roxy from a group called Exotic MCs from high school. And he was doing beats just like Wax was doing beats. And so he knew we was a group, and he knew, he knew Cube was up there. Everybody did. So Rock was like, you know what? Because we used to battle each other, you know, in high school. We battle each other. So we fam, you know what I'm saying? So he said, let me do some tracks or something. And we're like, all right. So Rock started coming up there daily, doing stuff with us. And before I knew it, Roxy, shout out Big Rock, you know, Rock House Records. Before I knew it, he was coming up there daily, and Phil started asking me, you know what? We should bring Rock in the group. And I'm like, I don't care. Phil's brother had a Blazer. I don't have a picture. He had a Blazer. He was selling so much dope at this time. He was called D-30. This is the name. The name D-30 Ice came from his brother, because his brother was notorious. He was notorious. Anyway, so he hit on the side. You remember when they used to have a mirror on the side of cars? That little mirror, look at you. Okay, go back to the 8. So he had a Blazer. On the side of it said D-30 Ice. And so his brother had the name, but Phil took the name and said, I'm gonna name y'all something else, man. We was hardcore when it was just you and Clarence, but you, Clarence, and anything else, we're gonna call it D-30 Ice from my brother. And I was like, all right, whatever. And his brother used to roll up. He was notorious. I mean, he was no joke. He was no joke. He was vicious in the street. He was no joke. So we got the name from, that's where the name came from. So Rock starts coming through, making tracks for us, and feels like, we gotta bring Rock in. I'm like, bring Rock in. So we had Wax over here, who was in his group, still doing little stuff. We had Phil. Q would say little stuff here and there, like, you know, y'all really should get a bunch of music, this, that, the other, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? Between him coming in and out of town, you know, he'd be like, hey, what y'all working on? And I'm like, and like Clarence said, the kid said, we did a show in Tucson. It was a big show. It was huge. Easy came out the back and was like, God damn, y'all tore this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? I remember him coming out saying that. That I do remember. I remember him coming out looking, because we had the whole goddamn stadium tore up, and they was headlining. And they were like, who the fuck? So Easy came out, you motherfuckers tore it up. I was like, yeah, you know, rest in peace, Easy. And so I'm like, yeah, it was, you know, it was a good show. But we had dancers, we had all kind of shit going on, you know. Same shit we had on Rap Mania. On Rap Mania, we had the young guys dancing. Well, on the show in Tucson, because we stole the idea from 2 Live, they had the girls, we had my man Naked Pete. Shout out Paul. Now, rest in peace. Shout out Paul. Shout out Big Brother Lance. So Paul came in. So anyway, he brings Rock in. So we shoot to LA to get clothing one day, and he's like, took it with my homeboy Big E. So all right. So E comes. We meet E at the clothing mart. You know, picking up like $15,000 worth of clothes. And he said, I'm shooting the AZ. So I'm like, all right, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So E comes down, and E's in the group. He brings his homeboy with him, Mixed Master. Mixed Master's a DJ.
Yeah.
So Mix Master gets in the group. So now it's me, Coach, Fresh Kid, whatever his name is today,
Right.
Coach Clarence, Fresh Kid back then, Mix Master, and Big E. So we done got deep, and then they bring their people from LA. So I'm back comfortable, and Kid is back comfortable. We got a crew of cat. We thick now. We can go do shows. We got security. We can get in, do it anywhere in the country, and that's when the Southern Cat comes up. We did the show in Tucson, and that's how we got the name D-30 from Phil's brother.
Yeah.
So this other dude shows up named Beasley. He shows up, and he's like, "Check this out, man. Y'all tow up the show. I got this thing going on in New York City." So we like, "A show in New York? Okay, AZ to New York,
Right.
whatever."
Yeah.
So he's like, "Nah, different," and I'm like, "What do you mean different? Is it a show or not?" Yeah, it's a show, but they're filming it. So we're like, "They gonna film a show?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, man.
He's like, "Yeah, but everybody's there." Like, everybody like who? He's like Run DMC, LL Cool J, Blase Blase. The real, everybody's there. And I'm like, "Okay, that's what's up."
Yeah.
Everybody's there.
Right.
He says, "It's in New York, but you gonna go to Hollywood and you gonna shoot your shot there." So we still bugging like, the show is in New York or is it in Hollywood? He's like, "It's in Hollywood. Y'all from the West?" "Yeah." "So we're gonna shoot you to the West." So I'm like, "All right." So he books us on Rap Mania.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to us, that's the name.
Right.
It's a show. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we kids, we pumped like kids said, but we back in LA because we got like 48, I guess he gave us 2 months to set it up. They had to set it up because it was HBO.
Oh, okay.
So you got to go back in 90 and 80 and think about what cable was back then. It wasn't like it is now.
No.
Yeah, it was crazy wild.
Very different.
Right. It was crazy wild. So when he said HBO back then in 80, my head perked up like,
Right.
what the, who's on HBO? What rap niggas is on HBO?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, check, and we kids again, but we thick now. We thick. So I'm telling Cube, "Yo, I'm coming back to LA," and he's like, "You are?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm finna do Rap Mania." He's like, "Okay, but they on the road." Easy got them on the road. Easy, Dre, Ren, Yella, they on the road getting it. So when we get to LA and we show up in Sunset, I do see Ice-T. I saw Tila, King T, my dude, Tila. Shout out Big King T. Shout out Ice-T. I saw them going up to the Sunset, going to Palladium, the Sunset to film.
Okay.
So, and they like, "You on this show, Three?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we on this show."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, "Oh, okay." So I see Tila them get up there, they dancing and doing their thing.
Yeah.
It was a cool shot. It was a good look.
Yeah,
Thank you, Beasley, for that shot. And it was a beautiful thing. We didn't know it was that big. We just thought, we just going to film something.
Right.
It turns out it's history making.
Absolutely.
And that was like the second break for me. The first break was the record. The second break was worldwide.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was going to be on all these different DVDs like it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we took that and, man, sky's the limit. Nefertiti's was on there.
Yeah.
But we was unsigned. Remember, we still was in local AZ. Even though I'm dealing with Cube and them, I'm still thinking about Macola. But now we done this in Sunset and, at the Palladium. So we pumped up and we thinking it's going to really happen now. You know what I'm saying? Because LL, them was Slick and all them was in New York, and this thing is on everything. So when it popped, everybody's, and everything, and to me, that was the break to me.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? The record was the break, but that was the second break to me, because I'm like, damn, God blessed, he blessed us, you know what I'm saying? The whole crew, Big Sid, Big Lance, rest in peace. He blessed us to get picked from Arizona all the way to Hollywood to get that break. And then once again, I'm back with Cube. You know what I'm saying? I'm back, in the same circle. I'm in the area code. So I'm back home again We in LA, everybody from LA is back there, and then we come back to Arizona. So we just pumped up. We like, dude, you know, it's a beautiful look. So we was expecting it to go bigger. So then by this time, Phil is entertaining offers. And at this time, you remember Timex Social Club?
Yes.
Okay, so the dude, Jay King, was offering Phil like, at the time, I think 300 grand, 400 grand, something crazy. Wow. You know, yeah. Because it was starting to build up. And we was like, damn, can we get that? Or we'll do this, we'll do that, blase. Yeah. And I'm like, we just left it to Phil. It was like, hey, what again? We just came off Rap Mania. I'm just sitting there like, well, you know, whatever, you know, and we left it at that. And that's basically, so we went back, we came back to AZ, we went back to LA to record at the Black Hole with Kenny. Shout out Kenny. Okay. Torrance, California, Black Hole. Kenny, thank you for showing us the love and giving us the shout. So me, Big E, Mixed Master, rest in peace. Yeah. My dude Mixed Master, he passed, man, suddenly Otis, and that's my heart, that's my DJ. That's always my man. Big Ski, but he, all them, we did our first album on a 16 track. Okay. In Torrance, California. Wow. So me, Big E, Mixed Master, Rock, Kid, we go out there, record the whole album. Nice. So, and Kenny was blessed. I forgot the dude he had. He had two rooms at the time, and this is still in the 90s, 80s, 90s. So you ain't got these big, huge 24s sliding, not like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't got the budget for that. We still feeding this out of our own pocket. And Big E's funding this, and Phil's funding it, and so we put together the album, man. I kept the album because I was like, this gonna go big, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. This is when they did reel to reel. Okay. So you gotta have reels to turn track. This is way before the CD, way before the hard drive, way before all that. So your hard drive was a reel to reel. So if you didn't keep them reels, you know, that's why you can't say, give me my master. Here cats are giving my masters and stuff. That's what they're talking about. So end of the day, that was D-30, man. That was D-30. The General, shout out to General Ice Cube. 5-star General, always in the house. Shout out Phil J. You still with the General, holding it down all over the place. Y'all do what y'all do. Shout out Dub C. So he tells me in AZ, before he goes back, hey, I'm gonna start this group. Me and Easy, we ain't working out. Right. The money is, you know, blase, they whatever. Yeah. So he like, yo, Three, I'm gonna shoot you out to LA and do the thing. Well, at that time, we get raided. Bam. All money's gone. Money's out of here. Money's gone. So I fall back on my back. I gotta make the call. Boom. Cube. I'm jacked up. What's up? I'm out here toe up, man. So he like, get your shit together, come on. And thank you, General. I appreciate the love, General. So he tells me, pack up my shit, and I'm flying you in, and then we going from here to Chicago. So he tells me, say, they already went to New York. This is before me. They done went to New York, recorded part of the record, or most of the record, and Most of America's Most Wanted. Nice. Shout out Chili Chill. That's when he's working with the Bomb Squad. Yeah. So but at the time when he's in AZ, when we going back and forth, here, there, he's telling me he's putting together the Lynch Mob. Shout out Jinx, shout out T-Bone, shout out JD. Crazy Tunes, Mad Circle, became his DJ. Yeah. So he's telling me I'm putting together this other group called the Lynch Mob. But I'm already knowing he's going to separate from NWA and do his own things. I'm just like, whatever, you know. I done already talked to Threi, it's all love, whatever, you know, blase. Well, he got ugly, whatever. Y'all know the whole deal, how it got ugly. Right. And then, you know, I'm like, damn, the fallout, all that madness. I'm just like, I'm a fan both ways, you know what I'm saying? Because I still got love from both sides. Sure. So he's like, yo, come to LA, we're gonna hook up with Pat, my manager, and then we're gonna jump down to Chicago and I'm gonna introduce you to the rest of the Lynch Mob. And I'm like, all right. And I get there and I got a Rhyme Syndicate hat on because he's still cool with Ice-T. So he's got Rhyme Syndicate clothing at his crib. I throw on a Rhyme Syndicate hat and Cash is like, who is this? We the Lynch Mob. You know, JD confronts me and who is this? Jinx is looking at me crazy. Yeah. And Cube is like, this is my man from AZ. He from LA, but he's in AZ, so we'll show him love. He finna be part of the group. So they looking at me like, oops, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's all good.
Right. If he co-signing, we
Right. But Cash is still looking at me like, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because what do you do?
No, exactly.
Yeah, what do you do? You. And so at this time, I'm not saying much. I'm just like, I'm looking at it, and it just so happened when we got back home from that tour, because I get there, I'm carrying bags like everybody else. Yeah. That's what Pat, she's got me carrying his bags. She's got me doing his in-store. Yeah. This is when they still had records in the store. You had to do an in-store. You had to call, hey, we in town. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Just like this in-store. We're doing an in-store now, but we're just doing a video film, a blog, whatever here. So I would have to call his in-stores in, hey, it's just that time, blase, boom, we there. Yeah. And so we go do the in-stores, and I was damn near rooming with him on the road, and then shit got better. He started giving me my own rooms, but I'm carrying bags. I'm just a roadie like everybody else. Yeah. You got to carry bags. You can't just come in, start from the bottom, work your way up. So I'm a roadie, just like everybody else. I'm carrying bags, but I'm doing in-store stuff. He's like, you know, his manager's like, do this, do that. I'm just following orders like everybody else, because I don't know the procedures. I've never been on tour until he took me. You know what I'm saying? This is then. So shit was wild then. I don't know what it is now, but it was wild then, because you had everybody in the game, the Big Daddy Kanes, the Public Enemies, all that. You had the real players in the game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Public Enemy with the S1Ws, 20 deep, 50 deep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you had you know, LL showing up, Run showing up, security, you know, it was a different game back then.
And I think him and Chuck got real cool because of the Bomb Squad.
Right, they did. Yeah, because of them worked the Bomb Squad working on America's Most. Exactly. They would hook up and do dates on, because they had that song. Yeah. They had that song together. So they would hook up and do shows together and do dates. Right.
Plus it made sense because Cube at the time was real revolutionary too.
He was super revolutionary. Yeah. He was pushing the pro people thing, the pro black thing, the pro people thing. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. And so that's the birth of the Lynch Mob. So then he comes up with the ones that he put on the list. Those are the ones that he had, that he actually, we was on the road. We was the ones that would go on shows every time. Shout out Dazzy D. Shout out JD. Shout out Too Short. Shout out Yo-Yo, the first lady of the Lynch Mob. Yeah, the IBWC. Jinx. Shout out Jinx, Q's original DJ. Yeah, man. Shout out Chili Chill. Yes, sir, the production man. Shout out DJ Pooh. Shout out, people don't understand how the Lynch Mob is. You got your producers, and then you got your MCs. You got your people that was in the streets, and then you got your people. So the Lynch Mob was really in the streets. We were, not that Cube wasn't, but we were still in the streets. He had to be kind of cautious. You know what I'm saying? Remember, it just did the FBI thing not long ago with the WA. Right. So then he comes back around with America's Most. We was getting death threats.
I can imagine.
Yeah, we was on the road getting death threats. So it wasn't no joke back then. It's what it is now. It's all mellowed out. It wasn't that then.
Hell no.
There was real death threats. We was out there strapped up. You know, everybody had to be strapped up. It wasn't a joke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people was really hating us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, America's, you know, KKK, they was hating us. Yeah. You know, they was not feeling the love like that. They had to really get it like, oh, we really been mistreated. Yeah, you've been doing black people wrong. So of course, this cat is speaking for a lot of the black folks, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Brown folks, everybody folks. Yeah, he's speaking for everybody. So when he came, we was getting real death threats. It wasn't no joke. We was out there strapped up, but it was fun because we was thrill seeking, we was having fun. So I remember us having water fights with High Five and all these cats up in hotels and stuff. We was our group High Five.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah, because remember back then they would put tours with everybody on one tour.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it is now, all rap. It was this, that, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so they had us all in one hotel. We up in there with water guns, super soakers. They came out that joint. We ain't got nothing else to do, man. We was wetting up cats, hi-fi. Oh man, it was so much fun. That's why I said I don't know how the tours are today, but the tours from back then was like, it was, you really would run into your I'm a fan of the music, so I'm running into my guy this or my guy that, and we dealing with people. We on the road, we finding people getting locked up across this country. We had, it's people locked up in different cities that started on one tour and never made it home.
Yeah, man.
So it was all kind of madness going on. So if your head wasn't locked on, you wasn't gonna make it home. That's what me and Chill talk about now, is that cats understand Q wasn't taking nobody on the road with you if you didn't have your head screwed on, because you was gonna get locked up.
Yeah,
you had girls calling rape on cats.
Right, man. Yep.
You got people saying this and that.
Yep.
We had people giving us stuff. We had people saying stuff. We had people that didn't like us outside. We would be mobbed at the hotel. It'd be like half the city would be there.
Yeah.
So it was, wasn't no joke, but it was fun, thrill seeking, etc., all that. So, that was the mob. We really was them dudes. We really was out there. It wasn't like, we would come and we would literally come off the show and be in your city all over. Yeah, cats, buying trees. We go to your tree spot in your city, ride to your tree spot in your city in a cab, go up in there, buy our trees and come back. Yeah. We was that. We really was them dudes. We really would be in your city. We would not go back to the hotel and be cooped up in the hotel. Nah, we gonna be out and about. We in your mall, we in your spot, we in your club, we at your barbecue spot, we at your liquor store. You know what I'm saying? Cats got us rolling out of liquor store. When we did the last video in Detroit, we was in like one of the roughest parts of Detroit. Shout out Monte Cristo and his whole crew. They helped us out when we came out to Detroit to shoot. We got that with Fresh Kid Ice, rest in peace. JT Money, shout out JT Money, Miami. Shout out Boy Dirty. So when me and Chill went out there to shoot that, we got love from a lot of South, East, West, because we really was in the streets like that. Yeah, we wasn't no hoity-toity going on with the mob. If you couldn't be hoity-toity if you was in the mob, it wasn't gonna happen. Cause you wasn't, Q wasn't gonna let you, then the rest of the members wasn't gonna make it happen. So even me coming in, it was, from the moment Cass was mad dogging, it was really that type of party. You know what I'm saying? You really, and they was looking at me because they like, well, he brought him from AZ, but he from LA, so. Is he about it, or is he bullshit? You know what I'm saying? And then once we got out there, they seeing it what it is, they're like, okay, Three is in the mob, boom. Yeah, he good. Yeah. Like Q wouldn't bring nobody if he wasn't part of it. He wasn't a business. So once.
Because that's going to reflect negative.
That's going to reflect, yeah. So that's what it was, no doubt. You asked me what I'm doing now. For Q, I was the merchandise man. Okay. So before he gave me the spot, let me tell you the story. So he flies me in. We jump down in Chicago. Okay. We do 2-3 tours. Yeah. He had a dude named Vince. Shout out Vince. He had a dude named Vince, and Vince was his merchandise dude. He had another cat before Vince. I forgot his name. Shout out to you, my brother. He got his his gear in the cassette. Woo, when they were still doing cassettes, right? Yeah, he had his gear in the cassettes. Nice. So so it was 2 dudes before me. So I get there and I'm just wearing Lynch Mob clothing. I ain't really tripping. Yeah. So Minot, shout out Minot, St. Ives beer. Yeah. He hits me, he's like, yo, Three, what's this you wearing? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just wearing what I want to wear, it's more clothing. Right. But at the same time, Cube is like, we got to step our clothing game up. Yeah. And so I'm like, hey man, let me get a shot at the title with the thing. Yeah. So Minot steps to me and he like, Three, can you promote St. Ives beer? Because y'all doing these commercials.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, no issue, man. What you want to do? So he gives me my first endorsement deal. I got 50 grand from him. That's my first shot. So like I said, I had 3 breaks. That's my, I guess, 4th break. Yeah, 4th break in the game. Minot's like, yo, you going to represent us? Why? I'm like, yeah, I'm representing, no problem.
Yeah.
And so I make a whole line of clothes, St. Ives gear. So the poster that you guys used to see with Cube with the shirt all over, that's my shirt.
Wow.
And I would make St. Ives clothing and I would sell it all over at the shows to get the beer out there, because you saw Cube on the poster, you saw the beer in the liquor store, but at the shows was no rep until I came.
It's a cross promotion.
Now it's cross promotion, being exactly. You know exactly what it was, a cross promotion. So St. Ives beer went through the roof. We doing commercials, it's in the store, that poster with him all over. So I take over, I'm on the road doing the clothing for us, merchandise.
Yeah.
But that's what I did in Arizona. See, so remember we had a clothing shop.
Yeah.
16th Street Southern Fields. So I did that here. So nobody else in the mob knew that. So when I took over, they was like, what Three gonna do? And I'm like, he doing the merchandise. What Three gonna do? So then I started doing the merchandise. Yeah. And from there, it went through the roof. It just went through the roof. So from that point, you talking about, it got so big that he got approached by, this is the stuff before that. These are the t-shirts that D-30 Ice did.
Yeah.
So we used to sell these at the show.
Nice.
So you can see that St. Ives.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we did. Crooked Eye. There you go.
Yep.
So we had that back then. We was wearing Crooked Eye jackets. Shout out Big Snoop. I saw you in your St. Ives jacket. One love, fam. So we was rocking the St. Ives. Shout out DJ Pooh for connecting that whole Minot St. Ives thing. So we was doing that then.
So you started that, man, the whole St.
Hey man, I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. I didn't get the deal. That was between Cube and Pooh. Right. But the endorsement, yeah, I'm the one that broke that. Yes, sir. I broke that and run that shit across the country. Nice. Yes, sir. And this was D-30 Ice before that. We were selling them Brothers of the Struggle. We were selling these, so Cube already knew when it came to the clothing that I was gonna come through. So of course, I did this for Chill. Yeah. This was damn near as hot as that shirt that Cube had, the one with him all over. Yeah. I mean, we did big numbers with that. Nice. We did real big numbers with that. Nice. It got so big that St. Ives beer came.
There you go.
And St. Ives, Winterland came, and they said, we want to endorse Cube. So when it came to the Lollapalooza tour, they were looking for me to come and give Cube 100 G's. I didn't have it. So St. Ives, Winterland did. Okay. So they took that shirt I had with the stuff all over, and with the Ice Cube all over it, and they pushed it out on that Lollapalooza tour. I think they did like 1.4 million. Nice. So as a regular little dude from LA, Arizona, whatever you want to call it, I put $1 million in my man's pocket, you know what I'm saying, through clothing, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out General Ice Cube, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the shot, my dude. I love you, thank you. As you see, my name was on there, that's 92. Yeah. So, Winterland clothing, boom, this was on Lollapalooza, so anybody who did Lollapalooza, wow. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, man, it's been a long journey, my dude. It's been a long, long journey. Here you go. If you did Lollapalooza, bam.
Look at that. $357.49.
And that's eBay.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm that dude. I'm that dude that came from the two dudes, Vince, shout out Vince, to the Cube clothing. We was already finna do iced out Lynch Mob watches back then.
Okay.
We was working on that back then. We was working on iced out Lynch Mob chains and watches back then. Yeah, I was moving fast, but it's hard to answer to a whole lot of people. I had the record company, I had Pat Charbonnet, and then I had Minot from St. Ives. So I was answering the 3 bosses in 92. In 92, on top of being part of the Lynch Mob, on top of being original D-30 Ice. Yeah. So I got bosses all over the place. Nice. It's hard to answer the cats. How many sales are we doing? Right. How many Three? Where we at with this? Where we at with this new design? Blase, blase. I'm doing all that. Again, shout out to General for giving me the shout out. Much love, Ice Cube. Thank you. So, like I said, if anybody asks you who it was, you looking at him. I'm that dude. I'm the dude. Shout out DJ Pooh for connecting that St. Ives deal. Yeah, so just so you know the facts of who's who and what's what. You asked me what we doing now.
Yeah.
So Three ain't stopped. What happened was after Street Knowledge and Cube went to the West Side Connection, he put out the D.A. Lynch Mob, the Gorillas in the Mist.
Yeah.
I was originally part of that. Okay. He wanted me in that. It was for to be 4 guys.
Yeah.
I was going right for me and whoever else.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I'm gonna leave JD and T-Bone and Shorty to this, and I'm gonna go ahead and wait for the next time on the merry-go-round. You know what I'm saying?
That's when they shot the video.
That's when they shot Gorillas in the Mist. I was at the video. I was out there sweating me and Dazzy. Shout out Dazzy. You know what I'm saying?
It was because it looked like Predator. Remember Predator 1 when they was in the woods?
We was out there in the valley drinking Boone's Farm, sweating like mad, going crazy when they shot Gorillas in the Mist and all that stuff. So yeah, but so what happened was the dude that made Cube platinum is the dude that still, like I say.
I love it, man. Look at how prepared this man is. I love it, man.
Yeah, because I don't want nobody to say.
Right.
Yeah. Nowadays it's a receipt.
Right.
Back then it was something else, but now, you know, nowadays it's a receipt. Yeah. Because I'm always in the background. I'm not out here. I ain't trying to toot no horns. It ain't that, you know. Everybody's like, where, just laying on the, put it on the wood, as they say. Put it on the wood, put the chop on the wood, let's do what it is. So yeah, I'm that dude. From business on down. That was my label on it. That was the one that went across the country that put it into place. As you see, I was part of the company. I ain't puffing. That company ain't even here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Proof is in the pudding, fam. Yeah, shout out General. Yeah. Shout out the whole entire Lynch Mob. Shout out Yo-Yo for giving me a shot with the clothing. Yo-Yo is the only person that I ever been on a full plane tour.
Wow.
Yeah, she that's why I said shout out Yolanda. I love you, baby. Thank you. She took me on a tour with the IBWC and they that was a full plane tour. You talking about how many G's a day?
Yeah, no tour bus in sight.
No tour bus in sight. You get on a plane every day. I never did one of those before. Wow. Cube didn't even do that. He was like, I got too many dudes, too many gorillas. Get on a bus. Yo-Yo was like, yo, we got to do a plane tour. I'm fly. They paying. Yeah, they paying. You know what I'm saying? So that was when me and Chill got close from the Lynch Mob. And we went on a tour with Yo-Yo. Like I said, shout out. Thank you, baby. I love you, Yo-Yo. Yeah. She showed me what the world was like from airports every day. Every day we get up, leave, jump on another. Yeah, I was like, damn. And so we in Pittsburgh one night, drunk, me and Chill, and smoking some sweet weed. That shit was like sweet weed. I swear to God, it tastes like lily weed. The bus driver. Oh man, legitimately niggas was calling it sweet weed. Okay. And so I had some packed on me, and I kept it from the Cube tour. And when I jumped on a plane with Yo-Yo, because you could do it then, I had it with me. We was drinking sweet weed, late drinking. Back east they had them huge. Shout out the Midwest and East. They got them 64 ounces of OE.
Yeah, man.
So we was out there drinking 64s of OE and drinking 64s of St. Ives, smoking sweet weed. Right. That shit was like lily leaves when we was smoking that shit. But anyway, we was out there clowning, and Chill was like, when we get back, we got to work on your album, Three. And I was like, all right, because he had already started cooking shit up. Because he going back and forth between Cube and Yo-Yo and everybody else he fucks with working on music. So he's like, we got to start on the record, Three. So we had started on the record, and it was so much stuff going down. Yeah. I think Chill had me a deal with Motown for like $350. Okay. But it's Motown, and it's not Street Knowledge.
Right.
So I owe this whole run to the General.
Yeah, man.
I can't just get up and bounce because you might give me 350, right?
Yeah, yeah.
350 from 350,000, 350,000, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I owed my loyalty to the general, and I just stayed put, you know, so, because we the Lynch Mob.
Right.
And I didn't veer off and do nothing wild. And it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a hell of a ride. So, but anyway, me and Chill have been working in the background. Me, Chill, and Mixed Master have been working in the background.
Okay.
Again, shout out, rest in peace, Mixed Master. Working on the album. And so slowly but surely, Chill was like, you know, it's ready. But again, people ain't understanding. This is the nigga that made Ice Cube platinum, gold.
Man.
This is the second Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
You got Quick, shout out Quick.
Yeah.
You got Jelly Roll. You know, you got Broadway, Battle Cat.
Right.
You know, you got a ton of The Chill. You got a ton of producers on the West.
Right,
But
right.
Chili Chill is, you know, he's like Prince. Dre and them, like Dre and Chill, and they know how to take live music and turn it into something.
Yeah, man.
So that's why they get paid the 250,000s, 150, yeah, because and then they go make the record companies money.
It's well earned. Yeah.
So we started on this, and people ain't understanding. I said I took it as a blessing, because I said, Chill took me in, you know, this little dude, and again, this was just a dream.
Yeah.
This is all just a dream, a goal to get in this, do this. And yeah, he took me in there, and he was like, we're gonna work on your records, Three. Nice. Me and him and Mixed Master, and you know, bam, here you go. So we got the first single that he gave me, and a lot of this is, like I said, Chill orchestrated.
Nice.
Yeah. The first single, which I got the video to this, I'll shoot you the link, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It went big, and again, we ain't inked no deal yet. It's still just over here, because these dudes, it's like you hear Game and Drake. You hear Game was signed to Drake for how many years? Prior to the deal. Okay, that's what you're seeing right now. You see it, a dude signed, we partners on the label, Legendary Mob, and then boom. So I don't know what he's got cooked up. That's not for me. I leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here like, hey, when the lawyers say it is, and boom, I'm good. So I just leave it alone. But so far it's been a blessing. So the first single was this.
Okay.
And that was, and the world ain't seen it. We just put it out there just to have our rights, so cats don't go taking the stuff running, because it's a different time frame. Whole different time frame. Oh yeah. This is let me see. This is the second single. I guess I ain't got these joints in order, but oh well. This is the second single,
Okay.
Good Things.
Okay.
So we get, yeah. Let me see. The third single, and all these three is videos, Steve.
Okay.
Red Rover.
Nice.
All these produced by Chili Chill.
Nice.
Last one, Get Mine.
There you go. There it is, man.
So if you looking for the singles to us, there you go. Let me show y'all something. I ain't new to this game. I've been doing this with this man since then.
Look at that. Got Black Sheep. Got his cousin Dell on the flyer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. 1992.
1992.
See, that was back in those times when, you know, they would put the year on the flyer.
On the flyer.
Yeah, they just put a date.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You had the year on those joints.
Yes, sir.
That was dope.
Yes, sir. So cats ain't understanding how long I've been doing this, how long I've been on this grind. And real talk.
Yeah, man.
Oh, like I say, I've been there. Hey, this ain't no, I just woke up yesterday and got there. Nah, I've been on this since we was kids and ain't never stopped. Like I say, I go back to this. And for those that don't understand, I'm gonna point this out to you again. That is Ice Cube in this picture.
Yep.
That's my cousin.
1987.
That's Ice Cube, and that's me.
Wow, man.
This is my first show I broke.
So Zappin' Roger?
Zappin' Roger.
Wow.
Yeah, this is after I got booed by my whole high school.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to fight my way back. This is us with the record deal with the first company. This is my logo for that company, South Mountain, so we still got that popping. But yeah, for those that don't understand, I've been knowing this dude a long time. It's my brother. You know what I'm saying? This really is family. You know what I'm saying? We argue, we bicker like brothers and cousins, and at the same time, I call him, he pick up the phone, what's up? And I go, yeah. He come to town, I see him, or I'm wherever we're at. We all love it. We family. We will always be. Anybody from the Lynch Mob, if you went out there on that road and we make sure you got home, we family. So yeah, it's way deeper than the music with us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you don't hear the crazy mess, because it's like I started this for fun. Yeah. It turned into some money. We got to see the world, the country a couple times over. So yeah, it's been a beautiful ride. That's why I say shout out General, shout out Chili Chill, my dude. Blessings for you even taking me under your tutelage and turning what it is to what it is. Blessings to Philip Jefferson for even giving me a shout out, a little old broke down young cats trying to get in the game. Yeah. Shout out Coach Clarence for being there when we said we was going to do it, from the, in the house, lip syncing kids days to the whole deal. Shout out Roxy, the Exotic MCs, Mr. Rhyme, all them. Shout out the whole entire Lynch Mob. Shout out JD for coming home after doing that long ass stretch. Shout out Dazzy D. Shout out Yo-Yo for the tours and everything. Like I said, it's been a hell of I got no complaints. Yeah. I got no complaints. It's all been, for me, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I got no complaints, man. You make it what it is. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You either came to do something or take something. I came to contribute something. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's been nothing but love. The Lord blessed me to even wake up today, right? Starts there. Amen. The Lord, he I could have, like what's all. We could have just rolled over last night. Boom, shout out, rest in peace, Coolio. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We just lost another legend. Yeah. We losing them left and right. Man, I just feel blessed. I'm blessed from the man upstairs. He gave me everything. He gave me the oxygen. He gave me my wife to give me my kid, my beautiful son, and another son. They have grandkids, so I got grandkids running around here. It's just been a full ride, man. My blessings really start from the man upstairs. This is just a hobby. It just turned into money. It's a hobby that turned to love for money, and my due diligence on this was relentless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm relentless on something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna prove to you and give to you the best product. You know what I'm saying, of who I am and everything that has come from this. Again, shout out KRS One. Hip hop is, rap is something you do. Hip hop is something you live. I live this. Yeah. We was kids doing this, so I live this. I eat, drink, sleep, and breathe hip hop. From the new cats right now that I admire their tenacity. I admire what they bring. You know what I'm saying? I admire them doing everything we do. I just wish we would come together as a community. You know what I'm saying? As a hip hop community. As far as feeling the love, man, starts at home, and that's it. Everything else is just gravy from there, man. I go grind just like everyone else. I'm still normal, man. I get up and go do what I gotta do. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? The music business is over here, and my friends are over here, and family. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it starts first from him, and then from there, it goes on down. So everything I got, he just allowed me to have. You know what I'm saying? He opened the doors for this opportunity to meet you through Coach. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I didn't know you until the coach hit you and hit me. Yep. So I'm like, all right, let me come tell the story then. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody would know, the business. So I told the coach, who he told me people weren't believing he was my cousin, and his mom is my aunt. So, you know what I'm saying? Right along with Most. I got another cousin that rap. I got another cousin that he raps with Corrupt. So, yeah, Most, and he do his thing. So we all been doing this for years, but it's in the family. I don't have the pictures, but I got an uncle that was in the music business way back, they say. So, but I got the pictures and I seen it, and he dressed like an old gangster, 3-piece hat. Okay. So it must be in the lineage. It just passed down through the lineage, and just doing what I do. So yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm just doing what I love to do. I'm gonna take care of family first. That's what You know what I'm saying? That's all we got. You start at home first, and then you work out from there. And if you take care of home, everything else is gonna fall in place. And so that's the only thing I know. And for every opportunity I've been given, I never backbite. I never go, oh man, it should have been. I'm like, I'm grateful for the 2 feet you gave me, the 2 inches you gave me, because I can turn them 2 inches into a football field. I showed Phil when he was like second guessing us to the record that he's a part of. I showed Cube, give me a shot at the title, baby, and boom. You know, a young dude helped you, you know, with your clothing game go to the $1 million status. And from here on. So everybody I've done, shout out Chili Chill. He gave me a shot in the booth. He was like, yo, go in the booth, show me what you made. Really show me what you made of, Three. Right. Give me something to work with to take back to Drake. Give me something to take back to Cube. Give me something to take back to whoever. So I had to give him my all. So you don't get in this if you're not gonna give it your all. This ain't something you half-ass. You either 100% today or you nothing at all. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is not a half-baked game. Because you got the record company banking on you. I had the beer company banking on you, feel me? Yeah. So this is not a half-ass business. You have to come in at 100% or nothing at all. So everybody that gave me a break, shout out y'all, man. Y'all, you didn't know who I was just some dude that showed up, but I had to give 100%, and I thank all of y'all for every opportunity I've ever been given.
And there you have it. Man, shout out to my man Three. You know, this was a great episode. You know, when we had Coach, you know, we had Clarence on the show. He was like, you got to get my cousin on, man. You know what I'm saying? He was involved with the Lynch Mob. This guy was Cube's roommate. You know, went to school with him at ITT. He's got a lot of history. You got to get him on. So the time came, you know, and I approached Clarence, you know what I'm saying, to see if he can get me in contact with his cousin. He did. The rest is history, you know, and this was just amazing. I mean, it was just like, it was like a movie, you know what I'm saying? I feel like almost felt like it was like the NWA movie, you know, you're just going through this trail, you know? And man, thank you so much, man, you know, for being a part of our show out here. You know, we're out here making history for the culture, man, for the scene. And so it's always great to have gentlemen like yourself on our platform and getting a chance to tell your story. So much love to you, my brother. I wish you nothing but continued success. And make sure you guys are following him on social media. And shout out to my brother, Jimmy Nelson, on the camera. Make sure you guys subscribe to that YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified on all the upcoming episodes. All right. Well, this was definitely one for the books. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Until next time, stay tuned, stay blessed, stay healthy, and just give me 5, y'all.
Everything you get, you got to work hard. I had to hustle hard, never